Welcome to the second episode of the Dragon Pit podcast. My name is Chrisai, and I'm joined by my lovely co-host, Mauaka Atzena.
Hello.
Today's episode will be all around our home region, the LEC. And we will be right jumping in, talking about the rosters, and we will be rating them on how we think they are performing compared to the expectations that we had on them. We're gonna start with Fnatic.
Yeah,
Do you want to start on this
Fnatic.
one?
Coming in 8th place after this LEC versus regular season. Only getting into playoffs over Los Ratones and Shifters because of their, I think it was strength of enemy count, which just meant they beat better enemies than the other two, which I think is a shame that we don't play tiebreakers anymore. But it is the rules. Empiros, I think he performed okayish. Nothing special, I think. I mean, they were an eighth place
No.
team in the end, so yeah. What do you think?
I mean, in general, I think the top side did kind of well. Like they performed how I expected them to play. I think Losper was playing better than I expected. Like thought he would struggle a bit more in the early stages. As a team, they could play better, and the drafts were a little bit wanky. But I think that they are a B tier, like B tier rating. Like I think they did a bit worse than everybody expected them. So
Yeah,
B is
I
kind
agree.
of speaks well for them.
I mean, I feel like everyone expected after Vladdy's joining and they keep Upset and Razork, they would be a top team
Mm-hmm.
again. But I don't think they're a top team right now.
Yeah.
As you said, I would also see them in like B tier, maybe in 5th, 6th place. Depends how the playoffs go, I think. And maybe in Fearless Draft, I mean, we all know best of ones are cringe. So maybe Fearless Draft will help them.
No. Now we have G2 esports. I think will be a bit more controversial because I will begin with it is I think G2 is not much better. I'm like at A minus. I expect more from
Yeah.
them.
The problem I have with G2 is, like, we all know regular season is weird for them. They kind of feel like they don't care. They just want to reach playoffs and then they show up. And I think we saw that in the last game. Like, they played against Fnatic for playoffs. If they lost that game, they would be out
Mm-hmm.
of LEC Versus. So they thought, yo, we have to show up. And they just stomped Fnatic out of their head. Like, it's crazy. That was the best performing G2 team I've seen in like month. I think like even Worlds wasn't that good.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
So I don't know what to think about them.
it's still an A tier because it's G2 esports
Yeah,
and they're still gonna turn
yeah.
up and like
But
they're
S
still kind
I
of
don't know
doing.
that regular season was too bad to put them into S tier.
Yeah. I think if they do a right thing, they will go back to being an S tier type of team. But currently, with how they're performing and how they're drafting and all the things that they're trying, A
Yeah.
minus fits for me perfectly.
Giant X, another team that stayed together. No roster changes, and I think they looked great. The first 3 weeks they were looking extremely good. They looked like they could compete for the best team in regular season. And in last week they kind of fell off, I think.
I still think that they are a better team right now than
Yeah,
G2. Even though their
yeah,
standing doesn't reflect it right now, I would put them as an A. Like no minus, no plus,
I
like in the
agree.
middle of it. Perfect A team. Like they're a great team together. Individually, they can get outclassed a bit from other people, for sure. But I I think that the expectations towards playoffs are like very high on them, and that reflects that rating, right?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think that these high expectations can be hard for them because I think we have seen that Noah can choke under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope they don't pressure themselves too much because also Jun said that this might be his last season. So kind of like I want him to succeed a little bit before he retires.
Yeah, I want to see them at international stages possible, but right now they still need to go through playoffs, so we will see
Yeah.
how that happens. But I think they're a better team than G2, so very deserving, eh?
Yeah. Come into our import team. Two European
Close.
players left.
I think Pusio counts as an European though. Like
Yeah, sure. Sure.
he plays like a European now. Like
Mm,
average European support that I'm seeing on
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah. Busio getting over from NA, I mean, was a smart choice, I think. He
Oh.
was performing well there. Getting Kiahu, people see him very average in terms of Korean mid laners, which I would agree, actually. I don't think he's looking that much better than normal Korean mid laners. For example, like Clother or other players that came up these past years.
Close. Like I think he has a lot of potential though. Like the way he plays and the way he tries to prove himself against some mid laners in laning phase looks promising, and I would say he has the right environment to grow in that
Yeah,
sense. Right now, from what expectations I had for them, I think they are on the same tier as Giant X. I would put them as an A. I
as
think
an
I would.
A.
I'm not like I would not put I wouldn't put them better than G2. I have like higher expectation. Like I think that they went higher than or like fulfilled their expectations a bit better than G2 did, but um I don't think they are
Yeah,
higher than Giant X right now.
n-
For me,
I
at
mean,
least.
I kind of see it, but I mean, in the end, Kiahu is an 18-year-old Korean who's new in Europe, but the environment they gave him with Kana being over in Europe for a while now, Reaper, who was in NA, I think,
Hmm.
who also speaks English really well to help him communicate with his team. I think that I mean, even in the standings, I think they deserve like at least an A plus to be a little bit better than Giant X, especially if we see
Hmm.
Giant X last week. I think they are kind of clear right now. Not clear, but they are the best team, and I think they stand alone in that A plus. I think.
I mean, if you are saying it like this, then normally you should give it an S, no? Like S minus at
No, no,
least.
no. That's the thing. Well, like I don't think it's clear that they are better than everyone else, but I
Okay.
think they are still like our highest tier we have in LEC right now, which I think is a bad sign that they are the best team right now.
I'm fine with an A plus. I'm hesitant of rating it like this because they still looked a bit weird in some of the matchups, and I think they have more to prove for sure, but
Yeah,
I expected more.
I mean I think they try hard to play drafts. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like playing drafts that are not just yo we have two frontliners, an AD carrier, a DPS mage, and a jungler, and just win every team fight and next game. They just try to play harder comms with, for example, Jayce jungle and LeBlanc
Hmm.
mid, which I rate kind of highly. So I think if they played easier drafts, they would have won like one or two more games, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Now we have Carmen Corp Blue, their sister team. Um,
Yeah, they were
there's
clear last, I think.
no other team that shares any kind of relation with them. I think there's like just
Yeah,
it's sad to say a D tier, or like.
yeah. I mean, in the end, I think they were the reason that Los Ratones didn't got to playoffs because they beat them.
Hmm.
So in the end, they made Fnatic get to playoffs. So I don't know about, but they're not good. Like they were not performing well.
They were slightly better than the expectations. So maybe I'm moving it up
Yeah,
more to like C, which
I
is
mean
like fine.
expectations were that both teams go 0-11. Like them
Yes.
and Los Ratones as invited teams
I mean,
will
but
go
they're playing
0-11.
each other, so like they gotta win at least one, you know? Like,
Yeah, of course. But I mean, Hazel and Tau coming from LFL2 to LEC now is a big step,
mm.
and I think for that they performed kind of well.
Where would you put the rating? No.
It's a D tier. It's not better than D
Okay. Yeah, but
in the end.
I mean,
I mean,
you're talking good
for
about them, but like you're putting
yeah. I mean, for the players, like it's basically putting a master player into a challenger lobby. If they don't grieve completely,
so
it's
you
good for
would know
them.
that about that, I think.
Yeah, of course. I think we can move on to Los Ratones, the fan favorites.
I think they broke expectations very much.
Extremely like that they even were. I mean, it's so unlucky. It's like 96%
Mm.
to get into playoffs in the last day and they not make it. It's so sad. Imagine you're an invited team. You have Baus on top lane, who people call a griefer or
Mm-hmm.
Messi, depends on if you like him or not. But he shows up, gets solo killed by the first 5 enemies, and after that, he suddenly starts getting MVP after MVP after MVP.
I mean, I think that I don't rate them too high from how they performed and stuff like that because they kind of quick fixed a lot of things. I think I
Yeah,
rate them around like a B minus, B, normal B, in the sense that the games that they won were mostly around Mundo and Rise. The Nemesis was on Rise or like that type of play
yeah,
and like was kind of on reviving, and then Verja was playing a really bad jungle at most of the LEC split right now, and they kind of just fixed it by giving him this, oh, he's still gonna be a really big frontline with Mundo. And I think that's just a quick fix and has not been punished by LEC teams enough. They should have banned those champions. Like, there's
yeah.
no way that Nemesis has a performance like that on Rise and he ever gets Rise again. But they give him again, and like every other team should have seen, oh, if you don't give Velja a Mundo, he's gonna run down the game. So it's a bit
Also, I
inflated.
think it's same for Crowny's Caitlyn. Like he got Caitlyn like I think after of at their first win they got Caitlyn,
Mm.
and after that they won like 4 more games with Caitlyn, and then they banned it again, and suddenly they started not winning again. Like I don't know why
Yeah.
LEC teams don't adapt quickly. Like after seeing Nemesis and Crowny perform on these 2 picks in the same drafts basically back to back, you should at least ban one of them
Or counter them better. Like the
or
LEC teams
counter
were
them.
still
Yes.
like picking their own stuff or like counter picking
Yeah.
themselves. Like, and that was, I think the Los Ratones standing came from underestimating them. Like
Yeah.
three wins of them were at least underestimated. I'm not taking away 2 of their wins were really good and completely deserved, and they played well. But I think it's a bit inflated.
Yeah. I see that.
Now we have movie star Koi. You want to start with that one?
Yeah, also a team that didn't change anything, and I don't know, they feel really weird. I don't know why. Like at the beginning of the season, I felt like they would be contesting with Casey and Giant X for first place, and then they kind of collapsed, losing to Los Ratones and stuff like that. And suddenly they can't play the game anymore, and then they start winning again.
I
I don't
mean,
know what happened to them, but
yeah,
I don't
you
know.
you had a particular opinion about it whenever we talked about movie star Koi. Your opinion was
Yeah,
if Eloya has a bad day, Koi is losing, and
yeah,
those wins Eloya had a bad day. Like straight up, he did not look like the best jungler in LEC in those games, and suddenly they are losing. So, um, stealing your
that's bad
words.
for a team. Looking only at one player to perform.
Hmm.
Like everyone can have a bad day, and if you have a bad day on an important day, for example, in an elimination match, this can be a reason you don't make it to playoffs or don't make it to finals or semifinals.
Now we gave Los Ratones a B plus from my
Yeah,
side,
I
and I think,
think
Movistar Koi is worse, even though they're in playoffs.
yeah, I agree because MCO had much higher expectations. Like expectations were that they would be top 2, top 3 team, and now they look like again fifth place, sixth place team.
Mm.
So I would expectations. I think C to C plus
Yeah, I would
because they still
put
made
it
playoffs.
poor
Like
C.
yeah, I see it. I mean, I made playoffs kind of convincingly in the end. They got. I think were they on the verge of getting eliminated on the last day?
I
Don't remember actually.
don't think so. They had good
Yeah,
matchups.
then I think we can also make C plus. I think if we gave Los
Yeah,
Ratones a B plus,
C plus is fair.
can
Yeah.
we can give them a C plus because they made playoffs. In the end, Fearless Draft is good for them because Mervin has his
Mm.
80 carry picks top, his weird champion pool in overall, and I think best of fives and best of threes suit them really well. So I think they will perform in Fearless Draft.
I still think the rest of the team needs to step up. There
Yeah, of
needs
course.
to be something happening from other people, or this team will crumble in the playoffs. And
Yeah,
we were expecting him, or like this team, to be one of the teams going to internationals. And right now they do not look
yeah,
like that.
I agree. Natus Vincere, our not new, not completely new team. They were in summer split last season,
Yeah.
but they changed everyone except Samdi,
Hmm.
having two rookies with Minter and Relish.
Maybe even
Talking
the
about
rookie of the
Relish,
split.
yeah, I think he already deserves rookie of the split. He has, I think, the most MVPs right now. He's leading the MVP race, I think,
He
with
is with
five.
5. Yeah.
Like, when have you seen a rookie leading the MVP race in LEC?
Caps.
It's yeah, Caps, but right now Caps is considered the greatest LEC player of all time.
Hmm.
So last time we see that happen, we got Caps, and now we got Relish, I think. But there's still one problem with him, and that's his champion pool. I think he can only play the top lane junglers really well for some reason. He's like an
I think
Aatrox
you're
with better
overdoing it
OTP.
a bit much. I think currently he is playing them a lot, so he looks a bit better on
Yeah,
those mechanical champions. I think that he's more comfortable in communicating and like going through the game with that type of carry junglers. I know those type of junglers. They're just 100% micromanaging the whole map if they're in a carry jungle, and suddenly if they are on Xin Zhao or Vi or stuff like that, they're the most silent person in the call, and then
yeah,
they look like two different people. So I'm not scared of what is happening with him right now because Jankos was like this at the beginning, and he's one of the greatest players that we've ever had on jungle. So he can evolve into becoming better on that. And even though he does not have that side, he still looks like one of the best, if not the best jungler right now. And it's crazy to think about.
yeah. I see that, and also his lanes are doing really good. Like Minter has a so large champion pool. He's like playing almost every pick. He's almost playing every style. He's playing tank. He's playing bruiser. He's playing mage top lane, even rumble. Like I think he's suiting this team really well because he's picking whatever the team needs in the end
Hmm.
to round out their whole composition. And I think Poby has stepped up after his year in Fnatic.
Yeah. I mean, it was not a complete year. It was like 2 splits, I think.
Yeah, two splits, true.
But now coming to rating, I think this is our first S tier team. Like S
Yeah,
minus. I don't think it's a
I mean,
pro S, but I think it's an S minus type team.
I mean, if you look at expectations, I mean, they were basically rookies.
Yeah.
Two rookies, Poby and Parus haven't played that much. Samdi also only got in LEC in summer split.
Hmm.
So people were rating them like middle of the pack, I think, because yeah, and in the end they were one of our best teams. So putting them in S is, I think, suits them. Yeah, I call it shitters. It's shitters.
Yeah, like the worst rename that has ever happened in LEC history. We're talking
Yeah,
about the shifters.
but it
Uh,
suits them.
Yeah, like there's been a lot of controversy around them. I've seen tweets about players complaining about the head coach Striker. I've seen Nuke having a mental breakdown after losing against Los Ratones. That team crashed and burned.
Apparently, Nuke got benched for scrims a whole week.
And then played
So he
official
was
still. It was crazy to think about.
yeah, that's also a weird thing to do, like bench him for officials but not for scrims. Like, what are you doing? Having no practice coming into a week is like one of the dumbest things I've ever seen from a coach.
The only positive, okay, that's maybe too less, but like Paddock surprised me positively. I was like,
Yeah, yeah, he
random
was.
Korean
Yeah,
AD carry. What the fuck is he doing here? In the last few matches, he was the only thing I was looking at that were like
yeah.
looking promising.
He stepped up. He was like one of the worst LEC players we had in the first 2 weeks, I think. And after these 2 weeks, for some reason, I think he could spoke with his team. And
Could speak,
after
yeah.
he can after he can speak with his team, he's playing like a human. So I think he stepped up big, but it wasn't enough to lead his team to playoffs. I mean, in the end, they were fifth, 5 and 6, I think,
Yeah.
as well as Fnatic and Los Ratones, not having the strength of enemies, I think.
Hmm.
So yeah, in the end, it wasn't enough for them, but
But
I can see them if they don't burn in a split.
mhm.
I can see them reach playoffs.
But we're talking about the expectations. The expectations on them were better.
Yeah,
Like they
and
kept a good core, not a good core, but like they kept people together, like the top side, and they added Trimby, which was supposed to be like
a
really
big
really good
upgrade.
back in the day. But I will always say it. Trimby looks 100% like Hillisang, and not like Prime Hillisang, like Griefing
Yeah,
Hillisang. He's lost on map right now.
yeah,
And right now, how I'm rating this team is like C minus. I don't think it's a D. Like Paddock,
yeah,
Rooster, and Trimmy are putting it, or like Nuke has some out like good performances too.
yeah,
So I don't think they're a D team, but I expected more. So they're C minus for me.
yeah. I agree. C minus is, I think, where we have to put them. Like, expectations were for them to at least reach playoffs, and they almost got beaten by Los Ratones in that race.
Mm.
So you can only put them in C tier, and I think C minus is good for them. Coming to our old guys, or how we like to call them, Mickey and friends.
Yeah, wow. The, the expectations were so high on them. There were like
Not
talks
even
about them
high.
becoming one of the best teams in the LEC.
Yeah, yeah, but also there were talks of them becoming like the worst team the LEC has ever seen.
I'm not sure. Like people were not sure about Litter, but even
Yeah,
myself, I thought that this team could play in top three, top four.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I see that.
And now they're ending up being 11th place, not even making playoffs. That's one of the that's may even be a worse crash down than the shifters, because like the shifters were like expected to go playoffs, but SK Gaming was built to try to contest the top teams, and now they're like 11th place.
I mean, you basically can't flame a GM because they signed Mickey, and Mickey said, "I only sign if I can have my team, like
Hmm.
I want to have it." And they gave it to him. It doesn't work, so we will have to see what they'll do for Spring Split. If they keep that team or if they make roster changes. Because I think Wonder was looking great, for example. Like
Yeah.
he was showing up, which I think was no one really expecting because people still thought he would be in his VOV type of zone.
Hmm.
But I think he uninstalled it and started playing League.
I mean, also, I think Chopa deserves to be in the LEC. He deserves to be here, and Chopa, Mickey X are good bot lane. So I think the core works. I'm not sure about the mid jungle right now, and I hope that they may think about changing it or like going
I think mid
further.
jungle is the weakness and the big weakness in on that. I think.
rating wise, I'm not sure how to rate this because I think personally it's a worse crash down than Shifters. Like the expectations were very high, and I think it's D tier. This team
Yeah,
is
I
D
mean,
tier.
were the expectations really that high?
Yes.
Because
Have you seen any tier lists out there? Like anything ever? Like writing about how this team practiced with EDG before Worlds Finals and
yeah,
like
but that
beat
was
them and then
5
they
years
won.
ago. Like that's like saying, yo, Ronaldo is going to win the Ballon d'Or because he has won it 5 times. That doesn't make any sense.
I'm not good enough at like soccer knowledge to
Yeah,
like
but
to talk about this.
it's basically saying like Mickey will win Worlds this year because he was almost winning Worlds in 2019. Like people get worse or
Yeah.
get older or not are not on their peak anymore, and I think no one was expecting Mickey and Wanda to be at their peak again.
I expected more from I mean my expectations for Wonder were met. I think he needs some
Yeah,
time, but I think he's still
yeah,
right now top four top laner in the EU. So
yeah.
I expected right of him. I think Mickey X was supposed to be the best supporter in the EU. He is not right now for me, but he was last year still. So I thought that this team was supposed to rank higher, and I still think if you want to put them towards C, I'm fine with it. For me, it
I
would
would do
personally
C
be a D.
minus. I would do C minus. Like,
Same tier as Shifters. You
yeah,
want to put them in the
because
same tier?
yeah, because I would have rated them as like, yeah, you can make playoffs happen, but you don't have to. That they would be like almost tied with KCB in the end. That's bad. That's why I put
Hmm.
them in C minus. But I don't had that much expectations on them.
Okay. Fair. Fair.
Coming to Team Heretics and your favorite player.
Favorite player, and I will now officially declare it my favorite team in the LEC. Team Heretics. I would never expected to say it, but I think people didn't expect that much from them because they didn't know the names, they didn't know Tracer, they didn't know Seren. I mean, Ice was like okay on the BDS, like he was before like good on the BS, but like he was still not top 480 carry in EU. So the expectations were not the highest, but I
Yeah,
think they look good.
now is Ice spamming pentakills on every LEC team.
Yeah,
Like I don't know what happened, but he is becoming Gala for some reason.
I think this team is wonderful. For me, I would put him into A tier. Like the placements got a bit closer than I expected. Like I thought they
Yeah,
would
I
get
mean,
a bit higher.
it's looking so weird that Team Heretics is looking at the fourth place, but having the same wins as the 10th place.
Hmm.
That's it's it. I don't know when it was like the last time that we had this close standings in LEC. I think we almost had never these close standings.
I no. There were always like
And
a big difference between the worst team and the best team.
and also after 2 weeks, like we thought Team Heretics would be crumbling and they won't even make playoffs anymore because they were like on on par with SK Gaming in terms of standings, and all
I,
of a sudden they started winning every game.
I was blaming coaching stuff. I am sorry,
Yeah.
Hideon. Hidon. I'm sorry. I thought you were grieving your team with draft. You did well afterwards. So
Yeah. Also, I think the two rookies with Trace and Zeren performed or stepped up really well in terms of the last 2 weeks. I think the last 2 weeks of them were completely different players as the first 2 weeks.
agreed. I personally think that every single one of those players had an outstanding game. Even
Yeah.
Stent, we didn't talk about Stent. Like even Stent had games where you could see glimpse of him maybe becoming one of the greatest supports in Europe, and that you can't say that about any of the other teams right now, outside of maybe Navi. So I
Yeah.
think that they are not too high. Like I think they're A or A minus. I'm not higher than
Yeah,
that.
I see it. I see it. A is A or A minus is good.
Then I will put them like in an A.
Okay. Coming to my favorite top laner right now. Nako
In Team Vitality.
at Vitality. Like, I don't know what happened. After 2 weeks, they were 3-3, and now they are 7-4, second place, I think. I don't know what happened.
I
For
was not a
some
believer.
reason,
I
as well.
remember,
Agreed.
honest. I thought
I,
Humanoid and Karsi are gonna grief the team, and like nothing is happening from them.
yeah, but they are not griefing the team. They are stealing the title, I think, if they keep on doing that. I mean, you said it. You said to me, humanoid regular season is a griefer. Humanoid playoffs is locking
Yeah,
in. And if he's locking in right now, or if he wasn't is locked in version in regular season, I think they're one team to contest the title.
I think Nako looks like one of the best top laners right now, and that's surprising as a rookie. Nobody
He's not
talks
rookie.
about him too much. Oh, second year, true. He stayed
Yeah.
with Vitality. Stayed with Vitality. Um, Karsi is coming back. You know, I called him shooting us Karsi. He's at the same time the worst and the best AD carry in the
Yeah.
LEC. Right now he's
That's so
showing
crazy.
that he's the best probably, and I tell you, I I genuinely do not know how to rate them because like I underrated them very much. I thought they were a C tier team, but now
Yeah,
suddenly they're like
my
one of the best teams.
my expectations were that we would be fighting for playoffs because for everyone it was clear that we have 8 playoff spots. 2 teams are 90% eliminated with Los Ratones and KCB.
Yeah,
And I think they were one of the teams that would be fighting for the last 2 playoff spots with Shifters, SK Gaming, and Heretics. But in the end, they made it completely clear that they are deserving these spots in playoffs.
they were top three at the end and like better performing than most other teams. So I think is it an A
A,
plus?
A plus, yeah.
Like they broke
At
my
least,
expectations.
yeah. We could also like talk about S minus if you want to, but that's maybe a little high. I mean,
I'm still skeptical on them, you know, like I
yeah,
don't I'm thinking about
yeah,
humanoid and like I'm
yeah.
feeling about
I
Kazi and
agree.
I'm like maybe they're gonna run it tomorrow and then
Yeah,
everything we just said like will be really bad, so I will kind of
I
wanna
agree.
stay at A plus.
Yeah, A plus is fine for me.
Okay, now finished with all talk about the teams. General thoughts on the LEC format and how it went. This was the first time we ever had like the versus format where two teams are getting invited from the EU Masters and battled it out. At the start, if we looked at it, like we looked at it in the first 2 weeks, and it looked really bad. Los Ratones and KC Blue were getting stomped. But now they had a chance. Like Los Ratones was close to getting it. It was really sad, and they looked like a team that could contest a bit. How do you feel about teams getting invited right now?
I think teams getting invited is great, but looking at KCB, for example, I think they said there would be a rule that they have to keep the roster together as good as they can, unless they have an LEC offer or an LCS offer or a good offer
Hmm.
or a better offer. And in the end, only one player got to LEC with Minter. Yukino stayed, which is fine, and 3 players just left and are not even competing in LEC and are not even competing in LFL or in real teams. Like, for example, Exa, he's playing in kind of a streamer team right now, which I don't think is a better offer than playing with KCB in LEC Versus.
I mean, slightly, like looking at how it went for them with 2-9, you could argue that he had a better way of it. But I, again, like 2 weeks ago, I looked at Pardak and was like, 3XA should have the spot instead of Pardak. I'm taking that back again. Like, Pardak is showing up. But I was also very much confused that they were allowed to switch Minter got a better offer. Like, he is now in a
Yeah.
great team. He
Yeah.
got. It made sense that he switched teams. The rest of the people in KC Blue, like, I don't mind that they got the chance, and I was happy of getting the chance to see Tao, Hazel, and Prime. But
I agree.
they didn't play for the spot. They didn't win EU Masters to be here. So it was clear that they were not going to be the same competition that the same Carmen Corp Blue would have been.
Yeah, I mean, in interviews, Los Ratones said, "Yeah, we want to get revenge on KCB. They were the team that beat us." It's like, no, it's just the organization that beat you, but only Yukino stayed. So that's not really the team that beat you last year's at EU Masters.
I mean, they still
And
lost. Like,
yeah,
the funny thing, like, that's a worse
they
version of that
still,
team, and they still
yeah,
lost.
they still lost, which was the reason they didn't make playoffs.
Yeah.
But also, like, best of ones again. It was the only time we have best of ones in LEC for the entire year, which I
Mhm.
think is great because I think the best of ones are so random, and I think best of ones made Los Ratones have a chance to get into playoffs,
Mhm.
but also having the rule of not playing in tiebreakers anymore took them the chance away. Like, I don't know what's better with tiebreakers. Like in the past years when we had tiebreakers for the last playoff spot, I was so hyped having 4 more games or 2 more games or 3 more games a day just for the tiebreakers.
I think they were a bit scared because if we look at standings, we have like 4 teams being 6-5. We have
Yeah,
3 teams being 5-6. And if the games went a little bit different, it could look completely different. Like, there could be even more teams wanting to have a tiebreaker or stuff like that. And then there's also seeding for playoffs. How do you do that? Do you play tiebreakers for that, or do you make the extra rule for seedings? So I think they just made one general rule for both and used it. I personally again agree with the fact that I like tiebreakers. Tiebreakers are a big event that even has more viewers at sometimes because they're important. Like, they matter. So having extra tiebreakers would have been hype. And I think LEC has the possibility to do that. So,
yeah.
bit sad on that part.
Also, I think with Versus we have seen what like promotion and demotion can do to the LEC. Like Los Ratones have every game of Los Ratones has like the highest viewership, excluding like G2 versus Fnatic, who's like
Yeah.
the only game that can compete, or K-Corp versus MKOI, who can compete with these viewership, and they're out now. So I'm kind of worried for the LEC that we won't have like these higher peaks and high average uh, watch time or viewers in playoffs, which would be really bad for LEC and could mean that LEC has to get Los Ratones in LEC for next year again.
My thought process to that is mostly people always talk about how, yeah, it's different now because Cater gets a lot of views and stuff like that. But when I think back to promotion and demotion, there were like personalities joining with those teams. And
Yeah,
let's talk about one of the greatest organizations in Europe, G2 Esports.
they
Ocelot.
only got they only got into LEC because we have promotion,
Yeah, like,
and we only got perks with G2 promoting to LEC.
again, like, we might not want to talk about him nowadays anymore, Ocelot, because like, taboo.
Yeah,
But if we ignore a bit of his past, he was a big name. Like, he created this brand with his team, and the only reason that could have happened is that a random team called Gamers 2 could try to promote towards LEC, and that won't happen today. And now we have the stagnation of like people that nobody cares about. I'm sorry to tell you, like, nobody looks at owners, nobody looks at like interesting coaches or stuff like that anymore. Those don't exist anymore. If you go to a normal LEC viewer, they will not know who the fuck is coaching shifters. They will
yeah,
not know. Like, back then, Dylan Falco, Krabs, like that were personalities that just came into the league with new promoting teams.
Yeah. Also, I think it makes like the national leagues, like the German league, the French league, and EU Masters in general, kind of pointless because you win European Masters, for example, KCB,
Mhm.
after Los Ratones dominated the whole year in Europe, and in the end, only one player gets to LEC. It's like for what? I mean, you can see that KCB can't get to LEC because we already have K-Corp in LEC,
Mhm.
so that would be a different thing and a problem, I think. But I don't like it that the highest you can get with national leagues is European Masters, and then you need to hope or you need to have connections to get into LEC.
Yeah, and there's like a certain amount of slots, and you need to hope that one of the teams actually wants to leave, because if they don't want to leave, you can't get in. Carmine Corp was like the biggest example of that. They were trying to join the LEC for a longer time that they are already in here. And it, even though a lot of people will not like their fans and everything, Carmine Corp is good for the LEC. It's a bigger viewership,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fans, there's a lot of eyes to it, and I think there needs to be a big change, or the LEC is like slowly gonna die.
Yeah. I mean, we have seen what can happen in NA. Like NA viewership is dead. Like there are not even 100K peak viewers, and I'm worried that this might happen to LEC as well.
I think it's not that dire yet. Like at the end of the day, I think we have a good existence as long as G2 esports exists. I think G2 esports will always bring back people in playoffs and stuff like that. And Caps is a big important name, right?
Yeah,
If Caps would make a move to another team, then you would still, like, this team would become very relevant. So, but if those names might go towards retirement, or might go towards change, or might get bought out. I'm not thinking that Cap's gonna leave to NA, but if there's a chance that that happens, then what do we do with our league?
yeah. I don't know. Like it's basically it's not that hard. Like seeing Caps leave and seeing Faker leave, but I like to compare it because I mean Faker uh in T1 is basically the soul. Like everyone's watching T1 because Faker is there. And if Faker leaves, I think T1 won't have that power and that like viewership they have right now. And I think Caps is the same thing for you.
Mhm.
So if Caps leaves and our greatest player is like upset or humanoid, I don't think they have the pull factor to get people behind their PC and watching LEC.
And nowadays they do not have this feeling of creating their own brand. Like back in the day, people needed to stream to earn some money next
Yeah,
to it. You know, like Jankos, Jankos, again going back to Ocelot and like SK players and stuff like that. They were streaming. Doublelift, NA players, a lot of them, they were all streaming next to it, and that was making names. That was making their careers, and that was okay. People are gonna look towards it. Nowadays, I could not name one LEC player that has like an active viewership on Twitch outside of the Los Ratones people. But like,
yeah,
they do not exist anymore. So it's not getting promoted. It doesn't help that people don't have this need of streaming anymore. So they will have to come up with some good ideas.
yeah. I mean, they said they want to change really much in 2027, so we can kind of hope, I think.
Mm.
But in the end, it's Riot Games, so maybe they make promises and don't keep it. But we should have hopes for LEC next year.
Yeah, agreed.
Moving on to our first game. Whose LEC career is this? So we will get a random LEC player. We will get a screenshot, and we will see his whole career, where he was, the years, and we will need to figure out which player it is.
Can we, like,
Production? Okay,
thank you.
thank you.
Career starting at SK Prime and ending at Rogue.
Escape. We have Unicorns of Love. G2. Wait, there were players that joined from G2 to
Mysterious Monkeys.
Fnatic. And he was playing in Fnatic and Mysterious Monkeys.
2015 in G2? And then switching to Fnatic?
He was on a promotion team.
Is it a coach? Maybe? Or is it actually...
No, it's not a coach. It's not Youngbuck.
Nah, is it Youngbuck?
Nah, Youngbuck was
Oh no,
at
like he was
Fnatic in
longer. He
2018.
was longer. Yeah, he was longer. Wow.
Unicorns have Love as well. But who is that?
The Mysterious Monkeys is throwing me off. I know that roster.
Yeah, because I mean that Mysterious Monkey roster, I think Norway was in it.
Yeah.
But I don't know who was with him there and who was playing in Fnatic.
But also Unicorns of Love was LEC back then.
Yeah, you will see yes.
Joined with Gamers too.
But who was in 2016 Fnatic? Wasn't it like Reckless? Jesus?
Yeah, like is it no, but it can't be Jesus. Jesus was not in
No, Jesus was in
G2.
SK later as well.
Yeah.
Okay, production, can we have at least a position? We don't.
Yeah,
I think we don't.
give
We don't know.
us a position. Jungle top, it's Kikis.
It's Kikis.
Oh my god,
Oh my
it's
god,
Kikis.
we are
Oh
so
my,
bad.
it's Kikis, right?
And that's why we don't even know like half the fucking. That's not even half his career. Like he has 25 more teams.
Oh my god, G2 esports Fnatic. Yeah, no, like we thought the jungle
Yeah, it
top,
makes
it's
sense
really
now.
hard. I was more thinking about supports because I normally have all the tops in, like all the junglers in name, but I forgot completely about Kikis.
I was getting through that whole Fnatic roster, but I couldn't get it together. Like there was always one person missing, and it was Kikis.
Okay, next one. Complete start. I don't know low and Lions wide, but I know in that year is it after Björksen that academy team? Then again back to gamers to G2
Promoting with
Origin.
G2 esports and getting to Origin. Like the only player I remember from being playing at G2 and then going to Origin is Miffy, but it's not Miffy because Miffy was longer at G2.
And 2016 Origin is a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know the Horizon Reapers. Like had that guy retired or like didn't play for 3 more years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who is that guy?
That's supposed to be a hard. Like. I mean, it's not an import because he was in Europe all this time, so it has to be 2015. Did we have a special bot? Like, it has to
but
be.
Who was promoting with
top lane?
Like he was a teammate of Kikis in G2. Who was playing with Kikis back then? It was Perks, Kikis.
Yeah.
Who were like?
It was Perks, Kikis, Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse. But
and I forget top lane and support.
Who were top lane and support? I think it might be the top or support.
Okay, can you give us the role hint, please?
Yeah, it's the
support.
support. Yeah, it's the support, but I don't remember his name.
It's not Miffy. Who's the other
No.
support? If it's not Miffy,
It's not Wadid, it's not Mickey, it's not Miffy.
Is it hybrid?
Oh,
Is it hybrid? That's the only other G2 support I know from that time.
true hybrid. Hybrid exists.
It's hybrid.
It's oh my goodness, hybrids.
It are names that I never thought, like,
Damn.
that I don't have to
God
think about
damn.
for a long time.
Yeah, let's go next. That's a ranked game. FF15. SK Gaming Gambit H2K Origin H2K Origin Schalke. That's forgiven.
That is indeed
I
forgiven. That is forgiven.
Yeah, because I was only thinking about it because H2K and Schalke, like he's the only
Nah,
guy
I'm
that I know
disappointed
who's
in
playing.
myself. In those years, I had the H2K icon on Discord the whole time, and you're telling me I don't see
cringe.
H2K 2016, and then Origin and Schalke 04, and I think about Forgiven.
Do we even have a next one?
No, I think that was the last one.
Okay, then we will move to our next game.
We're gonna be blind ranking 5 current LEC players on how good they would be in the current LCK. And we are gonna start with Isma.
Our Giant X jungle.
Is he the
Jungle
middle?
role.
Is he a 3? I think he's not gonna be the worst. Like from 1 to 5.
3?
Yeah, from 1 to 5.
Yeah. I don't know.
Is he like the
That's
middle?
a
Do you think
problem.
we're gonna get somebody worse than him?
I mean, we said that Giant X is one of the best performing teams right now, but they are
Isma in the
individually
LCK, yeah.
bad.
So is
Or
it
not
4?
bad, individually kind of outclassed. So yeah, but think we need to put him 3 because I think there are many players who are 4 and 5.
Actually, I would wanna pick him on 4. I think we're gonna get better
Sure.
people. Like individually. Think about it individually.
How about we do it like you do a list and I do a list?
Sure, I'm gonna put this one 4.
Okay, I will put him in 3.
Next player.
Padak.
Yeah, I mean he's better than Nisma for me, so I'm
Yeah.
is there gonna be somebody better than him?
There's gonna be one. There's gotta be one.
I'm putting Padak on 3 for me.
I'm putting Padak at 2 for me.
2.
Yes, I mean
You're gonna crash and burn.
Isma at 3.
Okay, yeah, no. I'm not gonna say anything against your list. Keep. No, next one. Rooster.
I think he's actually gonna be worse than Isma because no language barrier, right?
What do you mean language barrier?
If Isma played in LCK right now, he would have a language barrier. The other two don't.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I will put him 4.
I'm gonna put
because I think
I'm gonna put
laners
it
in
5.
LCK are
I'm gonna flip.
Because I think top laners in LCK are performing really good right now.
I'm gonna flip it. My list may be fucked. Okay, next one. Prime. Yeah, I'm good. I'm fine with putting Prime on 2.
Yeah, you are dumb. That's the guaranteed 5. That's the guaranteed 5. Prime is not even an LEC player.
He's an AC player.
Yeah, for the split.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. No, I have Prime on 2. Ooh, okay, who's my first place?
Yeah, I'm gonna crush and burn, my friend.
Yeah, good. Seren on 1. I mean, at least Seren on 1. I mean, I think I have Prime on 2. If I put
my
Rooster
list is
on 2.
not much better. Like my list is completely cooked.
No.
Yeah, like that was probably the worst list we've ever made. But don't be too mad at us, please. Moving to our next game. we will make a draft with only teammates of an LEC player we will get from our production. And this player will stay on his position.
Yes.
So for example, if we get Caps, we can only draft a team with Caps teammates, and Caps is our mid laner.
Gonna do snake draft.
Gonna do snake draft.
I mean, I think you can start the first time.
I will start. Okay.
Yeah. What's the name? Who we making
Was-
team about?
Wonder. Yeah. Glad I'm starting. I'm getting Caps at my mid lane.
Just for reference, we are playing with peaks, so we got the best player in European
Yeah.
history, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking peak. We have Wunder on top. Well, I'm recreating G2. I have Yankos and Perks. I have Yankos and Perks. Your
Yeah.
turn.
Well, we are getting peak.
Yeah.
So I will be getting Mickey and Reckless.
Okay.
Oh.
I mean, you're missing one. I have two more, right? Like, I just finished my team now. Okay,
Yep.
then a whole bot lane of his teammates. I mean, I would want to have two perks in my team, but it's a bit hard. Wunder. 80 carries that Wunder played with. He played in the upset team, right? No. He played with.
there.
Yeah, then I'm taking upset, and he took Mickey. Wow, I have one of the
Of
girls'
course, I
teams.
took Mickey.
He played with Hillisang upset, no? Or did he
I
play
don't
with?
know. No, I think he
He
played
played
with
with. Oh,
Rux and Reckless, no?
yes,
With
he did.
Rux and Reckless, and then with Jun and Noah and Upset, I
Okay, I'm
think.
gonna take Bandit. That's the best support I can think about. I think.
And you just reminded me that Wanda played in Fnatic, so I can take Razork and be happy.
I think I agree with my bot lane. Bot lane was higher prior. I didn't think I like not completely higher prior. I think first pick was just a B. I think I threw it.
Yeah. I really like my team.
Now we're gonna do the same thing with.
Yeah, you can start now. Yellow Star, who the fuck I played with that guy?
Yellow Star?
Don't remember his teammates. Yeah, go ahead, you can start now.
Am I taking first pick Bjergsen? Like, wait. So it's peak version of Bjergsen, so that's just Bjergsen on the other team, right? Is it an A
No,
Bjergsen?
stop.
Or is it European
Do we
Bjergsen?
take Yellow Star as a AD carry or do as a support?
I think you can put it where you want.
Put him at both? Okay.
No, put it where you want.
Okay.
But is it an A Bjergsen or is it Bjergsen?
It is peak Bjergsen.
Peak Bjergsen, I'm taking peak Bjergsen.
Okay, I think you played with him, so I'm taking peak Reckless again.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking of taking peak. Did he play with him? I think I'm taking peak Huni.
I cannot fact check that. That's a problem. So I cannot say anything against it because I don't remember.
Production, please. Fact check fast.
Like, was Huni in a team with?
I think
Is it
he
fair
was.
game?
I think he was. I believe he was. Please, Huni. I mean, Yellowstar was on Fnatic like in 2016, no, and Huni was as well.
Yeah, but like.
Or am I dumb? Like, if not, then I'm cooked. I even need to remember mid laner and
Yellowstar was indeed on the same team as Huni, so you can take Huni.
good.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you are now not.
Oh wait,
not
you took Huni and
Reckless and Huni.
okay, you got wow, it's a bit strong.
It's a bit strong indeed.
So peak versions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Soas. He played
Yeah.
with Soas, I know,
Strong.
and I'm. The problem is the best AD carry that I can think of that he played with was like in his later days, because he played
Huh.
with Exa Kick later in LFL. But like peak Exa Kick is not useful against peak against peak Reckless.
Peak
So
Reki is so much better. Oh, but I don't know my last pick. That's my problem right now.
I need a jungler, and I know he played in the same team with Sheo because he was in the Exa Kick Sheo Yellowstone
Yeah.
team. So I'm taking Sheo and Source.
Shio and Soas. Who's my last pick now? Oh no, I have 2 picks, right?
You can finish your draft, yeah? You have 2 picks.
Okay, I'm taking Fabivin,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know my jungle. That's the biggest problem. Because I know I can take Rainover, but Rainover is
Is there
like
a better option? Is Raynova contestable to peak Sheo?
he is. Because he was dominating in EOLCS in
Yeah.
that year. But I don't any better player than Rainover. Like am I sleeping on someone? No, I'm taking Rainover. And you have an AD carry or support right now, right? Oh
Yes.
no, you don't. What?
I have an
No,
AD
what's
carry
your?
left. I have
No, didn't you
an
take
AD carry
Exakik?
left. No. I took
Oh,
Source and Sheo.
true.
Okay, so the thing is, I know he was 1 year in NA. Like not 1 year, 5 months. Or like a half a year, something like that.
Yeah.
And he was with
I don't
TSM.
know what
But I
this.
don't know if his AD carry was double lift or if it was white turtle. Like so, I'm gonna take whatever AD carry he had in NA. So please tell me it's double lift. It's double lift, okay. So I'm gonna take double lift.
Wait, had he played with Speaker in NA?
Nah, that was like other time. That was like 2017,
Wait, what
16,
was
something
it?
like that.
Was it Xmiti?
In what sense?
Sven Skaren was it? Oh. Do we have another player? Do we,
No,
do
no,
we
no, no.
Okay,
We have our
good.
rosters. I have a random down lift pull. I think actually I'm happy about my squad. Like surprisingly, I think I'm
Yeah,
happy about my
I
squad.
think Double Lift kinda saved it,
Yeah,
but I still like my team.
I think I have a slight edge maybe. I
Yeah, sure,
think
buddy.
Björksen double lift, like they won a
Hmm?
lot together.
Yeah, you think Double Lift is better than Reckless?
Oh, I mean, peak double lift? Debatable. But that's not up to us to decide, I think.
Yeah, that's up to you guys. Now,
We have.
we will have our support tier list.
Yes, we're gonna do a support list. We gonna go towards the LEC support. Look at how they're currently ranked. Not all time, just how they are currently looking.
Yeah.
And I think we start on the top. Who is the best support in LEC right now?
Ooh.
I'm between
Well,
2 people,
agreed.
and it's
I, the thing
interesting.
is, the thing is, the last time you would have done that, you would have obviously taken Alvaro and Mickey X.
Yeah.
But right now, I think both of them are not good, or not on top
Mm-hmm.
anymore. Same for Labrov. And
Yeah.
I also think same for Busio. Right now, at first place, I see Parus.
Agreed. I was looking at it all, that was my name. I think I was between Paros and I think Busio was doing great. I think Busio is the only one that kind of
Yeah,
contests him right now. So I'm gonna put Busio also
yeah.
somewhere here. Like I
I
think he's
think we should put him as with
yeah,
Parus. And now we see why G2 wanted Parus, like
yeah,
before they got Lavrov, and why BDS got rid of Lavrov and not Parus.
yeah. It makes a lot of sense. Like I think it comes still from the fact that a lot of other supports are underperforming, but right
Yeah,
now, Powers looks like the best support in the LEC, and Busio, it hurts a bit that an NA player is top
yeah.
ranked, but if everybody's underperforming, then it means the seats are up for grabs, and Busio is right there.
And also, I think if European players underperform, then NA players can finally compete with European players. So good for
It makes
Busio.
sense. Uh, Next in line, though, I'm not
I think
sure.
is I can't like I'm between Stent, Mickey, and Flashy. I think.
In my order would be exactly that. Stand Mickey Flashy.
Yeah, because I think Stent performed really good. Mickey is still, even though he's not making playoffs or he didn't make playoffs,
Hmm.
he was still kind of carrying his team. And Flashy, for some reason, stepped up with the whole Vitality team in the last 2 weeks.
Agreed. Uh, I'm a fan of Stand. Again, I'm a big
Yeah,
Heretics guy now. I don't have a jersey yet. I will get one, 100%. But I'm a big Heretics guy, so Stand is showing what I want in a support. Mickey X, even if he's underperforming in any kind of way, he's still Mickey X, so he's at
yeah,
least 80 at all times. And Flashy looks better than the rest of the people, and the rest of the people I really want to bring up is like first Alvaro that I think
yeah,
is now here, but it's depressing to think about that Alvaro is now here.
yeah. Because last year I was on the train saying G2 get rid of Labrov and do everything to get Alvaro.
Yeah.
Because I thought Alvaro is the only guy that can come close to Mickey X in LEC. And it's
Hmm.
kind of sad to see him this low right now.
I agree. Like he's underperforming in any kind of sense. Like there's not a highlight that I have in mind from Alvaro right now. He's more keeping Eloya back, and that's
Yeah.
sad to see.
I think next in line are both Korean guys. I don't actually know in which order.
I think Yun is performing better than Lospa. I think
Yeah, I
Yun
can see
may
that.
be the best performing close best performing player in GX.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Yun is better than Lospa. And now looking at it, the next name being Lavrov, wow, like he is very low.
I mean, I think after last year, people really didn't like Lavrov. Like G2 fans were hating Lavrov out of their minds. And I think it's not really deserved. I mean, he was trying to fill Mickey X's shoes,
Hmm.
which is impossible. Tagamas tried it before. He was failing. He even got out of LEC because of it.
For short time, yeah.
But I don't see the potential in Lavrov. That's my biggest problem.
I saw the potential. He was that big solo queue guy. He was rank 1 for all of
Yeah,
time, and he was great on engage support and everything. But where is he now? Like there, nothing of that spark is right now in the version of Lavrov that we are seeing today.
maybe it's a problem in the bot lane in general. Like I feel like their laning phase is really weak.
Hmm.
I don't know why, because I think individually they are both really good players, and maybe it doesn't click together, but maybe he will have a new team next year because I think G2 will get rid of him at the end of the year.
I'm sad to say, I
So
hope so. Yeah, like I hope
yeah,
that they would
so
try
we
to look
might
to
see
replace him.
if he gets a new AD carry, if it's getting better or not.
Yeah. Next in line for me is Reckless. I think Reckless is better than Trimby and Prime.
Yeah, he has the highest KDA in whole LEC.
For me, then it's Trimby, and I think Prime is was the worst support in the LEC. But
Yeah.
sorry, Trimby, I mispronounced his name. Hilisang. Hilisang deserves his spot right there. I think there's no other way to see him right now. He is literally
Oh.
playing how Hilisang played when people were saying
Yeah,
he does not deserve a spot in the LEC right now. What the fuck is
yeah,
he doing here? And that is
yeah, I see
sad to
that.
see. I hope that he steps up his game, but what is Hilisang doing here?
I don't know. I don't know where Hildesing came from. Even looking at his Wikipedia, he's currently not having a team, but clearly he has.
Hmm.
And yeah, I don't know. I mean, Reckless, I still think he's Enchanter OTP.
Agreed.
Like that guy cannot play any engaged supports. His Braum is okayish,
Mhm. But not an
but
engaged support.
yeah, but his engaged supports are terrible.
And I looked at the data. He still has the best KDA in the LEC
Yeah,
right now.
he has a
That
KDA
is
of 10, right?
how do you have a 10 KDA as a support? Like there needs to be something wrong because you need to die sometimes. You need to create space. You need to click on an enemy team. There's something wrong with his playstyle that I can't quite point out. That just feels so wrong.
I mean, he was an AD carry, so his playstyle there was good, but not as a support.
That ends our support list.
And we will head to our next game. And it is, who is this player's best and worst teammate? Where we will again get names by our production, and we will name their worst and best teammates.
In our opinion.
In our opinion, yeah. Perks.
I mean, his best teammate is Caps.
His best teammate is Caps. But
What do you mean,
was his,
but?
listen to me,
Yeah.
was his best teammate really Caps? I mean, best player he played with is Caps. But was his best teammate Caps? Because I
You want
think
me to start talking about it? Like, I think Jankos is his best teammate by far. Like, well, hello. Like, if I can bring up Jankos, I will bring up Jankos.
that's what I was thinking about, because, or even Mickey, because I think on bot lane Mickey and Perks together were, I don't know what they were, but they were like demons. Like I don't know.
If you're going on this, I think best individually teammate is Caps. That's his
Yeah,
best teammate that he ever played with. But I think Jankos is greater than Mickey. And like away from my bias that I love Jankos or everything, and he's one of the greatest players that I've ever got to watch. Think about the fact that they were a mid jungle and they were a great mid jungle. They
yeah.
beat RNG with that mid jungle and like they were great, doing great stuff. And suddenly he was an AD carry and they were diving stuff and like doing stuff around the bot lane. And
For
then they
some reason he
switched
started.
back for a moment
Yeah,
and they suddenly looked again like that mid jungle that we all thought that they were before. So
yeah,
I think they were great together and they mixed perfectly together from the personalities.
yeah. I agree. So actually, I would take Jankos because his best teammate was Jankos,
Yeah.
but his best player he played with is Caps.
I mean, I
Coming to the
don't.
worst, I mean, it was probably one in his old gamers 2 times. He got promoted with probably, or maybe it was like, oh no, maybe not. I think his worst ever teammate was like Kaiser or something, like in or Trimby in the Heretics team where they completely.
Was his was his worst teammate Bo?
Oh yeah, he had Bow, right?
Was
He
his
had
worst
Bow.
teammate Bo? Like thinking about the history is like that team did not work in any kind of way. And I
Didn't they
think
also have Hillisang?
oh my god, they did. Healy-sang
They
is
had
his worst teammate.
they
Oh,
had
wow.
Kazi on bot lane with Bo and Perks mid lane.
I think, can we just put Vitality as his worst teammate? Like,
Yeah, like that
actually,
Vitality
just,
roster was.
wow, that ruined
Or
everything.
we put C9 because he
Mm,
was swapping to NA, and switching the address to NA means you're getting bronze in League of Legends.
he went to quarterfinals with the team.
True. Yeah, it's gotta be like Hillesang.
It's between Healy-sang and Vitality. Just poor Vitality.
And people who say Caps is his worst teammate because he had to lane swap because of him. Perks was the guy who said he has two players he wants to lane swap if they play with him, and it's Faker or Caps. So he wanted to lane swap just to play with Caps. At production.
Now we have another player.
Next.
Next name. VC Chachi.
Or we call him in Germany Wischiwaschi.
Never called him that. Will never call him that.
He had so many teammates. Like that guy is like 35 right now, no?
I mean, yes, agreed. Uh,
What was his worst teammate? I think he had Promiscu as his teammate, no, in Astralis.
yes,
Was he playing with Promiscu in Astralis?
yes.
That's gotta be his worst
I
teammate,
think
no?
so. Promiscu is probably his worst. I have a harder time thinking about this best
Yeah.
because what roster did VC Chachi play on that he was actually like? What was his last roster that they looked very good on?
Not with Norway.
He had Jankos as a teammate. Hello, like
True. True.
this is Jankos from
Um,
not but from LEC days.
I think from the LEC days as well. Like I could think about when he was in the German scene, but and winning like one or two titles, but
I don't have any big names right now
yeah,
in my head.
yeah, I as well don't have really big names.
It's like hard to think about because I don't know much about his career right now from this moment.
Yeah, I agree.
Was he on the? He was on Vitality, right? He was on a Vitality that made words.
Which Vitality team? Which year?
I don't know which
Or do
year,
you?
but the Vitality that made words. The very good.
No, that was
No,
Cabo.
that was Cabo. Okay, yeah, no, like I'm completely out. I'm switching up Cabo and Visichachi's career right now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking about his teammates when he was in the German scene, but I don't know.
I
Like
think.
I will just say his best teammate was Norway.
I mean, like from my head, the only other guy that I can think about is Jankos again. So putting up Jankos up there. I don't know about this particular synergies with anybody, and I apologize, Visichachi.
Yeah.
A friend of mine will be very mad about me not knowing more about this history. Uh, but yeah,
Mm. So our next name is gonna be Power of Evil.
Hansama. No, Maxlor. Maxlor.
Yeah,
Misfits. Maxlor is his best teammate that he had.
yeah, I agree.
Can
Like
you?
that roster was competing with SKT
Yeah.
back in
Um,
the days.
for worst, can we? Can I say a coach?
Puh.
Bjergsen. I think his worst teammate possible was his coach at TSM, Bjergsen. That did
True.
not work with each other. Those two had a complete different idea of how mid lane is supposed to be played and how anything should be working. And I think straight up that Bjergsen is his first teammate.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest problem there was that Bjergsen was a mid laner as well, I think. So,
Okay, sorry, I thought about Hansam
mean,
and Ignite. I
Ignar.
forgot about Ignar. Like that Ignar split was World's performance was one of the best support performances that we ever had from Europe. Like not
Yeah.
disrespecting him, by the way. Sorry.
I'm thinking of his Immortal teammates right now when he was in NA. Like, who were his teammates back then? Like, oh, I actually can't remember, but I know that they were terrible. Like, they went 0-24 or something like that. I think I will just take the Immortals team. The whole team was terrible.
He played with Dardock.
Yeah, I'm taking Dardock, Alter. Like, that guy was
It's
completely griefing.
I think that was
Dardock.
good Dardock version though. So I'm not sure about it. I think
Even that Immortals roster was terrible.
I'm staying on his coach Bjergsen.
Huh. Do we have another name?
I think no, that's it. I think that should be it. Last but not least, to end this off, we're gonna do another tier list. We're gonna do a jungle tier list. I myself, retired jungle player, very dear to me that one. And I think the best jungler in the LEC right now is Rylak.
Relish.
I do not
Yeah,
know who of us is right with the pronunciation.
Relish. I think it's Relish.
Then it's probably you. But I think he's just the best jungler right now. Like there's even though he cannot play the other junglers, like the bruiser junglers that well as other junglers maybe. I think he's the best right now.
Yeah, and I think looking at our two tier lists, you can see the support jungle duo is really important, and
Yeah.
we both have Navi players at 1
Yeah.
both times, so there's a big reason why Navi is performing that good.
And then for me next is between Aloya and Skewmont. I think
Yeah, I think Skewmont is the only player with caps who is trying to win.
but who
Uh,
is better right now? Because like I think Aloya has underperforming, so maybe he goes into A. And I think Skewmont is the which is interesting to
Problem
think
is,
about that Skewmont is the only other S tier jungler. Maybe.
the problem is what I see with Elioya putting A is he has underperforming games and then they lose, but if they win, he is carrying out of his mind.
I'm thinking about putting Skewmont in A and Rylak is the only S tier jungler.
Yeah, I would be. I think I would be better with that. Like, I think Relish is just level above everyone right now
Mm-hmm.
because the meta in jungle is just the top lane champions right now, and Relish is playing them by far the best.
Yeah.
And for the fourth jungler we have, I think kind of have to put Isma or Sheo.
I think Razork is better than them right now.
Sure?
I think Razork is above them. That may be a wild take, but I think Razork is not the reason for Fnatic's loses or like
Yeah,
them underperforming. I think I like Isma and Sheo, and I would put Isma and Sheo like this, but I think Razork deserves to be after Eloya and Skewmont. Not just
yeah,
because of how he was performing before or stuff like that, but it is really easy to look like a good jungler on a good looking team.
yeah. We forgot one guy by the way. You have to put another S, and it's Yike.
True. Oh my god,
Completely
I
forgot
didn't read his
Yike.
name.
We completely forgot Yike. Yeah, sorry guys, we forgot Yike. I think Yike deserves the other spot, by the
I
way,
think he's the second best
because
jungler. Yeah.
he has the highest gold lead ever recorded in jungle position with like 8.5k
Mhm.
individual gold lead, which is crazy to me. And yeah,
It
I
is.
think nowhere to be said. Yeah, it's clear in S tier.
I hope you
Now,
accept the race hook in A tier.
yeah, I see that. And I think next to Sheo and Isma, we need to put two names in the same tier.
Mhm.
And I think it's Yukino and Linsas. Because I think
Linkas.
Yukino, Linkas and Yukino.
I think I have Linkas higher than Yukino.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I think Yukino was probably the best performing player on KCB.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he deserves a spot in LEC in like next year or even next split maybe.
Yeah. And then I think you can put the rest into C tier.
Yeah.
In the order of, I think Skeens is the best. I think Pukada is like, I'm sorry for him. He looks like very bad on the squad. It could be like that may be the other effect. Like
he cost Shifters 200,000 euros, by the way, to buy out of SK.
yeah, he looks. I think Skeens looks better than him, and I think
Yeah.
Velja. I personally think he is just the worst jungler in the LEC right now. I hope he
think
gets
his
his chance
performance,
in the future,
yeah,
but
I think
yeah,
his performance just wasn't really good. He was counter jungling when he wasn't allowed to.
yeah,
He was running around the map and running into places where he doesn't belong. And also his Mundo ult timings were so weird. Like he was ulting when he was full life, or ulting when he was 5% HP and just died.
yeah.
So yeah,
He was also
I
just misusing his W on Wonder, like
yeah.
his champion knowledge and how he was
The
playing it.
problem is we are just talking about his Mundo performance, but that's basically his OTP in LEC.
The only champion he could win with, yeah, that was bad.
He had one good performance and that was on Silas, but that game they just lost.
No, and then there were like games where he was playing Jarvan and he was just random dying,
Yeah,
or like it seems grim his future for the LEC. I think he's gonna get a good EU Masters team. We don't know what the fuck is happening with Los Ratones, right? Like there's no news about it, right? But I think he has the potential. I'm still one of the biggest believers of Verja because he has an EU Masters MVP for a reason. Because he was very good and he was a good invading jungler. I don't know what happened in the time that they put into him towards LEC, but he changed a lot. His timings
yeah,
became worse, so I hope he can get back up and gets his chance again in the LEC at some point. But this version right now is absolutely the worst.
yeah. I agree. I think that was it for our podcast today.
For anybody that's still watching, thank you very much for watching the whole video, and we see us in the next one.
Yeah, see you guys. Bye bye.